Hello guys, my name's Jack Harris, I'm 24 and this is just my short video on how ClearStart Accountants helped me in the position I was in. So if I be brief and go back to 2019, I was self-employed as a gardener. I registered as self-employed, I brought all my tools, spent the original funds that I'd saved. Brought tools, vans, everything that I needed, my public liability insurance, all the little bits and bobs. Worked for a year and a half, everything was running smoothly, I was making a profit, I was enjoying what I was doing, until the pandemic hit. That is when I really started to struggle, but I had a bit of unfortunate bad luck 3 or 4 times in a row, which really did set me back because the pandemic had hit, so work was up and down. Then I had my tools stolen from my van, about $5 grand worth of tools. They broke all the locks on the van to get into the van, so I had to replace all them, which was an extra few grand. So I was borrowing money left, right and centre from people, trying to throw it at my business to keep it alive and keep it going. And as that was what I wanted to do, but what it led to was when I ran out of options, I'd borrowed off friends and family as much as I could, which they struggle themselves. But yeah, I took loads of loans, which was not sensible really. I took loads of payday loans, 3 or 4 different ones, just so I had the money there because I was so desperate. Which then led to me owing loads of money and having to pay back loads of payments when I wasn't ready to. That is when I first got in touch with ClearStart. It was actually recommended to me. I got in touch with ClearStart, and from the get-go, they did help me. They explained how things would run, the work. They gave me a budgeting breakdown of all my outgoings, which would include my fuel at work, my tax that comes out, anything like that. Hundreds of different things, phone bills, utilities, rents, mortgage payments, things like that. But yeah, to keep it brief, they went and contacted all my creditors for me after they made me a breakdown, which they then put forward to the creditors. They then arranged between themselves, so I didn't have to do nothing other than sign probably a couple of forms, which is easy enough. Yeah, they sorted everything for me basically. The creditors came to a happy agreement where they was happy to accept the payments that I could afford to make, which down to ClearStart again, they done for me. They also even went the extra mile and did manage to clear some of my debts for me, that through, I don't really understand how it works, but through contracts on their side between me that I'd signed to have the previous loans or whatever. But yeah, so that was a big step for me, and to be honest, it was a big relief after I had everything set into stone and I knew what I had to pay my creditors and everything was set up and I really didn't have to do much. There was throughout, they kept me up to date. Any questions I had, I could ring them at any time. I had access to the online portal, which you could upload documents, speak to people. It is really, really easy, and it was a big load off my mind. Right now, things are looking a lot better. I've been with ClearStart now about 7 months or so, so I'd say that I'm in a 10 times better position than I was at the start when I couldn't afford to pay these loans back and I was getting worried and stressed, and it affects I know it can affect everyone else, your day-to-day life. So yeah, I'm actually going to be going, they offer other things with ClearStart, so I'm actually going to be using them for my books at work, for accounts and things like that. So I'm going to continue using them, and even when my debts are paid off. But yeah, I'll just say I would definitely recommend it if you are in the position I was. I know it's not for everyone, but it is a really, really big relief to be mainly a big relief to earn. It is a really big help to just have them budgeting services there to look at. So what they had made for me, everything they put in place for me, everything was clear. My payments was easy. I couldn't recommend it enough if you was in a similar sort of position to me, but we're keeping it brief anyway. Thank you and Merry Christmas, and hope you all have a good New Year, and hopefully next year there's no pandemics and nothing that will push everyone back. But yeah, I'm just summing it up. I'm over the moon with the service I received from ClearStart, and I'm going to use them for my self-assessments and other things. And one other thing to touch on quickly, ClearStart also, when you're with them, if you're struggling in other areas like your heat, for your heating, electrics, things like that, car insurance, petrol prices, they send out a monthly blog sort of catalogue thing to your email, that you sign up with, and it really helps you save money. But yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.